Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, get that bell notification on so you don't miss out on the next episode of Brockton County in Ontario themed city. And make sure to hit the like button. The like button helps the channel a lot. So right after I finished recording yesterday, I wasn't really watching the population, but we hit the next milestone. And that is fantastic. Because I'm kind of using we're using the 81 tiles mod in this playthrough, which allows you to build anywhere on the map. But we're kind of using these milestones as a bit of a guide on when we can start expanding farther than we normally would if we were just playing on vanilla, or if we were playing like with no limitations with the 81 tiles mod. So that is pretty exciting. It unlocks a couple things for us, and unlocks the cargo hub, which kind of tells me that maybe it's time to start looking at the waterfront, the lakefront of Lake Ontario. Not the small lake that we've been working around the past little while. I don't think a cargo hub is needed there. But in today's episode, we got a bunch planned. We're going to build up around the lake, and we're also going to do some tweaks around the university as well, and set up a couple new districts. So, without further ado, let's hop into it. So here we are, Colossal City. So we hit 44,000. The population's kept growing since I recorded, but we unlocked the new tile, we unlocked helicopters, floating cafe, the nuclear power plant, which is an interesting power option we have, the cargo hub, which is definitely needed. We're not near the ocean, so we'll ignore that. The helicopter depots, I'm not sure how many helicopters we'll be getting, but that is good. So here we are back at the city. So I've renamed the district because I just left it from before. So Bathurst Lake. I've also added Lakeview. Let's take a quick peek at what the districts are going to be. Well, we got University Square right here. I took it off of the University area, so it's just along Electric Avenue. And it goes up to here. We got Lakeview, which is just right up in here, and we got Bathurst Lake, which is all of this. So the reason why I did that is because I want to start differentiating between the neighborhoods. So University Square is looking really nice. It's filled in pretty much. I think what we were looking to do is maybe get some high density along here, but we'll see. We also need to get a connection in over here. Temporarily, I threw this pathway over because I noticed that there was tons of people using Graham Street here to walk around. So that'll probably be gone when I build this diamond interchange connection, which I'm not sure if I'll do this episode, but I'll save that for last. It's not much going on. I added 2 more districts over here because I feel like we're going to be expanding that way soon. So let's take a quick peek at what the district is. And you're kind of looking at this and being like, that's a bit funky. Yeah, so I'm going to leave University Square with no commercial specialization. And I want this stuff to be normal commercial stuff, you know, like the burger shops. I mean, it's probably a bit higher than I would have liked, to be honest, but that's fine. But over in this one is what we're going to get leisure. So we're going to change that to leisure so we get some bars and stuff. And it's going to be nice because I'm going to be able to get some bars along here. And we might, like, you know, move this one over a little bit more, something like that. But Bathurst Lake is going to be a different commercial specialization as well. So, ooh, you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to take this off of that, because I just don't want to change anything that I've done over here. All right. So, let's take a look at what specializations we're going to throw in with the districts. And let's start off with the University Square, because we're not actually going to throw a specialization on that one, but we are going to add a policy, and that is education boost. So it prioritizes education over working for young adults. So that's going to encourage people to go to the university, which is right beside it. So we're going to throw that one on. It does increase the budget a bit, but that is fine. So we'll leave that. And we're also going to go into Lakeview, go into policies, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go into Bathurst Lake and do the same thing. So that's very straightforward. The tram line that runs through these 3 districts goes right to the university. So I'm hoping that everything's good there. I think we might run a bus through here as well at some point, but I'm not going to be looking at transit at the moment. So there is that. So we got that in place, and then now let's look at the specializations. So we're going to go into districts here. We're going to go to commercial, and we're going to add leisure specialization to Lakeview. And we're going to add organic and local produce to Bathurst Lake. So I'm going to throw it to 3 speed, and we're going to see these all disappear. And that is because they're converting themselves to kind of what we're looking for. So there's that. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to rename Underhill Street to Bathurst Lake Drive. And then we're just going to make sure that it's the whole loop. And you know what? It doesn't need to go out to there. So we will just do that. It's a good loop. Perfect. And Oliver Street will remain. All right. So now that we've done that, there's a couple other things that I want to look at doing before we dive into the heart of the episode, which is going to be filling in this area here. You know, detailing it a bit more, adding and zoning some parks. But that is, I want to work just over here, this little teeny section, and I'm going to add 2 things. I'm going to add a dorm. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to take this 2-lane road, no parking, and I recognize that there's a stop right here. So that is a bit of a difficulty, unfortunately. But I do really want to get a road through here. Another option is to just cut out this path and drag the road right through. And you know what? I think that's probably a better option. So I'm going to pause the game. I'm going to cut this path out. And we're going to grab this 1-lane, 2-way road, and we're just going to drive it right through. Just like that. That's fine. I think it kind of changes the way we've used the pavement and stuff like that. But I guess we'll have to fix that right now. So we will take this. We'll put the brush down to pretty much minuscule. I'm just going to take the gravel off of here. So we'll take it off all the way over here and behind here to about there. Nice. Now I do recognize we do need a path connection through here, so we will resume that. So I'm going to grab the picker mod. We're going to grab whatever path we were using. I'm going to drag it right up to there. Nice. And then I will continue it to connect up just like so. And then I will take the node controller and I will drag this node out because it's right there. And then I will take the node controller and I will make it a crossing. And we don't need a light on it or anything like that. It'll be fine. Students will recognize when there's a car coming right beside it or not. It's not going to be a busy road. This is pretty much just for the ability to get parking through here. So we're going to grab this. We're going to bring it right out to the end where we still have this fence, which I might as well just move over. And then we're going to get another dorm in here. And why we're getting another dorm in here is because I have heard from the comments that adding dorms in just automatically boosts the population of the university. So that is something I am keen on. So let's throw this. I was hoping to get 2 in here. I don't think that's going to happen. So let's, how should we do this? I don't think this is a bad idea to just throw it right here. And then we can back that. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, there is a lot of that going on. Messiness. So let's call it mulligan. Let's throw this here. And let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And you know what? We could probably even get a second dorm here. Nah, it's too big. Okay, that's fine. That one wasn't really necessary in the first place. But now that we have that, let's just fix this up ever so slightly. I'm gonna grab the leveling tool. I'm gonna level it out farther than it looks to be necessary. And then we'll grab the smoothing brush. Whoa, that's way too big. And just smooth it out ever so slightly. Alright, so that does create a bit of a cliff, but that's fine. Then we're gonna grab this path. And we're just gonna drag it out. We're gonna turn node snapping off. Just to there, perfect. And then I'm gonna move it, slide this over, and slide this one down. And then we're going to turn all the guidelines off, get it on the ground here. Why are we elevated? Makes no sense. Okay, Weird. We will drag this through. Why is that like that? Okay, that's fine. We'll just use move it to connect them. Alright, so let's just really quickly turn off everything like this, just so I can grab the nodes and the segments of this path. And the reason why I did this is because I would really like a path connection from behind here. And I recognize that there is a bush and a tree in the way, but hoping that maybe we can fix that. Ah, it's fine. Alright, so let's grab that. Let's just swing that around. Perfect. So now that we have that, we have a path connection from behind here, and it gives us space to detail here in the future. We could also get another path connection down here, but I don't know about that. Maybe we'll throw like the drama club here or something like that, or in one of these buildings, or get some off-campus housing. But I just wanted to get one more dorm in here, and because we brought this road through here, another option we have to do now is to add some parking. So, ooh, you know what? I was thinking about just using our little plop it assets, which is right here, but I'm thinking now that it's probably a bit better if we look at getting a more traditional parking lot asset. Don't know how this is going to really react. I think if I connect it in like this. Yeah, okay, no, that's not what I was looking for. Okay, why don't we try getting 2 in here? Nice. Yeah, I think this will work. Let's return guidelines on and node snapping, but that is fine. All right, so now that we got this in place, I'm gonna grab that and this, and we're just going to slide it over. I guess I didn't really need this node here. So we will go to our multi-tool, and I will eliminate that node because there's a crossing right there with this. So that is fantastic to see. I grab them just another time, scooch it over, and then we're going to grab these 2 and see, we're crossing over that node there. So I think what we'll do is we can either just leave it as so, or leave it as such, and then we can just drag this one out a bit farther. Yeah, perhaps that is a better option. Alright, so I'm going to grab both these nodes, make sure they're the same height. We're going to have to do the same thing. Whoops. We're going to have to do the same thing with these 2. Whoops, there we go. And the reason why that's so important to do is because, whoops, otherwise you're going to get some clipping with the asset. Alright, so we got that in place. Now let's just get some pathways through here. Why don't we try using this one? Yeah, that works. And then let's try using this one, and we'll connect from here down. Nice. Just gonna grab both of these, scooch it down. Awesome. Okay, so I'm just trying to do this really quickly because I'd rather get going on some other stuff today too. So we got this 8x8. Yeah, see how it's kind of clipping in? Or 8x2 is what I was actually trying to say. But we will just have to live with it for now. And that's too big, darn. Oh, come on. Let's zoom in and get right above it. Nice. And then this can also fit right in here. Oh no, they're a bit off. Okay, let's try to straighten this one out as best as possible. Love these assets, but doing this part is extremely frustrating. Okay, so let's get these decals. Let's turn that off. Turn these off. Is it a building? It's a building. Okay, wow. Just straighten that out. Scooch it over. Fantastic. I'll just leave that. I can't really deal with that. Okay, and then let's grab some handicap parking just to be safe. And why don't we add it all over here? Okay, so it's not going to fit over there. So what we'll do is we'll just fill in that space with some of this, and we'll leave it, and then we'll get some electric vehicle parking on this one. Fantastic. Okay, so let's just quickly detail it. Just very simply, I'm just going to grab some oak trees. Nice. And then we'll do the same thing. And we'll come down this way. Awesome. And then we'll just do that. And then we'll also bring it out to about here. Okay, so technically we don't really need this road, this little bit right here. So I'm going to see if I can delete it. Nice. And then, fortunately, that means, I mean, this is still connected, which is great. But I'm going to need to bring a pathway in. So we'll just connect up like so. And then what I'll do is I'll just take the painter, and I'm just going to, oh man. Okay, we will have to instead just try to use the pathway to fill it in. Yeah, there we go. All right, very simple, very nice, but everyone will love the fact that there's parking in here now. So great suggestion, David, to do that. And yeah, it looks like it's gonna work. So we'll see if people actually use it. We got another dorm in here. I think we need to get a couple more dorms. We have dorms over here as well, but maybe we'll get a dorm out over here. And let's see how that university, or how the university is looking. Yeah, so we're still struggling to get students, and that is fine. Especially once we get more population over here as well. Probably next episode or another episode soon. We'll be pushing for that. All right, so now let's get into the meat of the episode here. This is rebuilding, looking good. It's all low density, but I'm sure a lot of the university students would love coming down here and grabbing their things. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at this old house here. And this was another great suggestion by David in the comments. So this is an old house. Perhaps it is the original settler of this area's house. And perhaps we can make a bit of a pioneer village out of it. So, or like a historical site. So it's just going to be a small historical site. I think we're not going to go for like a 5-star nature reserve, but I was thinking city park, nature reserve. I don't really know which one it's going to be. I think the national park doesn't give the best asset for the entrance to the park, in my opinion, for this type of build. Like, this is a bit too big, this is a bit too small. So I think we'll go with the city park. I think that's a good parking asset for this area. And what we'll do is we'll just plop it down over here. Yeah, let's plop it down right here. Let's use move it. And we'll just try to make it look like it's the intersection here that you drive into. And we got Magnolia Meadows. Well, this Magnolia Meadows is... Whoa, something's a bit off here. All right, let's clean that up. Magnolia Meadows. Oh, that's the gate. Here we go. Is just going to be called Bathurst Pioneer. Or, I don't know. Bathurst Lake Village Park. Cool. So the idea here is that Bathurst Lake used to be its own community. That's the vibe we're gonna kind of go for. And as the city has boomed, the original city of Batherston, which we started off a couple months ago, was out over here. So it would have been two different communities, and as the cities have grown up together, a downtown has formed in between them. All right, so let's zoom in here. Let's just clear it from the trees for now. We'll definitely re-add trees, but I just want the space to visualize. And let's get out of this. All right, so Bathurst Lake Park. Let's see how far we're gonna actually take this. So we'll go into park and our village park, because I think we'll get a second park. All right, let's say we'll take it out to about here. Oops. Right along the waterfront, but not too far. I think we're losing buildable land over there, so I can always add land, but I'll take it out a bit farther over here. So, oops. So this house was one of the original houses of this community, and that's the vibe we're gonna go for. And then we're gonna, if I do it quick enough, we'll be able to start zoning in over here, because you know, it always takes up more time than you think it will. All right, so let's start off by kind of creating a bit of a path around it. So let's turn, I think we'll leave guidelines on, that's fine. Okay, just gotta make sure we don't, maybe not. Let's go from about here. Nice, and then we'll bring it out to there. All right, let's just try to do this. I'm just gonna surround it with a path. And this is gonna kind of be like a bit of a museum almost. Hey, look at that, academic year has passed. Fantastic. Okay, so let's just move it. I'm just gonna push it in. Try to make it a bit of a cleaner square. There we go. So we got that. Let's get a fence in here. I'm gonna turn prop and tree anarchy on for this. And we're just going to add, ooh, I think I can turn collision off. Go into roads. I just click a road. Collision. There we go. Back to parks. Perfect. Okay, so we're just going to move it here. Let's just grab nodes. There we go. Let's bring it out to the corners. All right, very cool. So you can kind of go for a little bit of walk around. You can check out the old house. And now let's get some more connections in here for the park. So here we are. Let's connect up. Let's turn collision back on. There we go. Prop and tree anarchy off. And then we're going to bring this out with some guidelines on, please. That'd be nice. We'll bring this out to about here. And we're going to get a side gate. Buildings, there we go. Oops. Okay, let's get some segments as well. Fantastic. Okay, so this is technically a paid place, so I think what we'll need is an info booth. And this info booth can go right here. And maybe that'll tell the details about it. It's really small and simple. We're gonna need some restrooms though. Let's bring it out right there. And let's get a nice cafe. If this works, we're in the corner here. Yeah, it does. Okay, very good, very good. Let's grab it, and then let's just kind of slide it right in like this. Ah, we need water out this way. Wouldn't be an episode without me forgetting water. Okay, so got that. That's very nice. I think I'm going to try to remove this pavement behind here. I don't know if I can. No, I can't. So I think what we'll have to do is we're going to have to level out the terrain a little bit. So I'm going to grab the leveling tool. I'm going to grab that length, or that height, sorry. Come on, you can do it. Okay, we're going to have to bring it out farther then. Okay, and you know what, since we're doing this, I guess it's time to just kind of look at how much space we're going to actually need for this area. And I think I'm going to need to turn the brush up a little bit. And let's just drag this out a bit more. Okay, then we're going to turn up the brush size, turn down the strength, and whoa, that's way too big. And then I'm just going to smooth out the terrain right around here because I don't think this will have a sandy cliff, right? So let's grab this one. I'm gonna click down to here. And I screwed it up. There we go. All right, let's grab the fence. Going to do that, and we'll bring it right in like so, and we'll do the same thing right here. Then I'm going to use move it to just grab the nodes of the fence because I don't like where I placed this one. And what we'll do is we'll just click both of these, drag it right out to the end, just so that it looks like they're holding their garbage over here behind this dumpster. So perhaps they need to get by, right? So we'll do that. Very nice. Be nice to sit along, enjoy the lake and whatnot. I mean, it doesn't have the best view of the lake, but perhaps... No, we've committed to that. I think maybe we can get a second cafe or something then. Alright, so we definitely need some piers and some gazebos, so why don't we throw in a gazebo right here? This would be a nice little spot for it. And then let's look at continuing out this way a little bit more. And I think right here... No, let's leave the paved paths. I think that's fine. But let's get another side gate. I think we brought it all the way out to here. Alright, so building. Bring it right over to the middle of the intersection. Alright, and let's go freeform. Okay, and then what we'll do is we will bring it out this way and connect up like so. Alright, swing this over. And then I'm just gonna hold shift, alt, sorry, and just kind of bring it down so we get a nice path connection. And we're gonna have to lower this into the ground a bit. All right, so let's get some fencing. Let's turn guidelines off. We're gonna have to correct this, but I kind of knew that already. All right, so now let's correct this. Very good, this is way too far. And we'll bring this one over. Very good, and then we'll just bring a fence along like so. Okay, very nice. And then we'll just get a nice fence connection right here. And I don't think we're going any farther, so I will bring the fence down this way. We'll move them around later on. Okay, so Bathurst Village Park just needs to wait for some more visitors. That is totally fine. but we are not done at all. We need some more of these pioneer style houses, right? And so you're thinking, how are we going to get that? I could just copy that, but then it's just going to look a bit silly, right? So there's a couple things you can do. I'm not actually sure if there's these assets without getting a mod, but I was thinking we could use this like hunting cabin as like an old-timey kind of look. And you can go in here and learn about the original settlers of this area, colonial settlers. And we'll throw one there. And then we can even get, okay, so not inside the park. Okay, I think this one's going to be a bit more suitable for this area, so I'm going to grab that. And then what we'll do is we'll just swing this over like this. There are tons of these types of pioneer villages in Ontario, so that's why I felt like it would be an interesting idea to do something like this. And look how high this is. That's so funny. All right, well, we will leave it. And I think we can get a couple more of these assets around. And then we'll look at some zoning. And then, unfortunately, we'll have to end the episode. Ooh, a lean-to shelter could be interesting. Yeah, okay, that's nice. Could get another one of these as well. I think we'll have to rotate these around though. Oops. Fortunately, this asset has a pretty big tree, so we'll have to scooch that over. Hey, you know what? I think this is coming along pretty nicely. Just grab the smoothing tool. Ah, darn. It's so touchy, isn't it? Okay, and then I don't think I ever finished doing this. Never been good with this tool. Okay, where is the water source? Let's see how high this water can get. Yeah, we're good like that. Okay, perfect. All right, so we got the original pier of this community. We got a bit of a lean-to, showing off what the region kind of used to be like. Then let's maybe get, say, a gazebo. I don't think the tent camping site's something we're gonna be looking for. We could get one of these overlooks as well, but I don't know about that. And then perhaps let's dive back into the park assets. Yeah, maybe let's get a gazebo right over here. And then we have this whole space over here, which is just pretty much just like a path. So what I'm thinking is, oh darn, that doesn't really fit. That's okay. We just kind of decorate it all, and maybe we get a second bathroom. Park restrooms. Right over here. And can we get another cafe out this way? If we kind of place it like this, then you can see the whole area. That could be nice, but I'm not sure the feasibility of that. It's more for just like the walking connection through it. Maybe if we connect it like this, we can. This way, people will be able to sit and actually look and enjoy the view, right? So, looks like we're flooding a bit. I think that'll be fine though. We just need to level out the terrain. There we go. We'll smooth this out. And, I mean, we don't even really need to get a connection in right here. Looks like it's working. Yeah, look at that lady just went there. But I think what we'll do is we'll get pavement. And if it will let us... Nice. No, that doesn't look good. Alrighty, so I'm thinking if we get gravel throughout here, it might look a bit more pioneer villagey. Yeah, you know what? I kind of like this. We bring it right up to the edge of the road here. Okay, if I get it all throughout here, whoa. And just be careful about where getting it too close to the road. We can get some trees in here to kind of blend it in a bit better. Nice. Okay, so now let's get some of these in. Let's go with a single. Oh, no, wrong one. We gotta go into trees. Oh, never mind. It's right here. Okay. Whoa, way too big. Just gonna use this to kind of hide some of them. Switch it up a little bit, just where it's kind of blending in a bit, you know. It'll also kind of add to the type of feeling that we're going for as well. Get that there. Some of this. We're gonna add another fence through here too. Okay, and now let's get a couple trees in here. Ooh, the park just leveled up. I just heard a little bit of a ding. Okay, those are some bigger trees. Let's get some of these bushes right through here. Help hide everything as well. Let's get a couple more trees throughout here. All right, and then we're gonna get some kind of pre-designed planted trees throughout here, just to kind of hide the space a bit better. And got another one right here. All right, and then we just need to help detail this area a bit more. See, I don't like those. Yeah, this one's pretty good. Okay, let's turn proper tree anarchy on, holding Shift P. I don't really like that there. Alright, so we got a couple more spaces over here, and I think we will kind of do the same thing that we were doing before. Some city planted trees, really basic. Why don't we get another one of these piers throughout here over on this side, kind of draw some attention out this way. So we'll get a nice little picnic table, and we'll drag it out over this way, and then we'll put it into the ground. Very nice. Now, these fences are a bit weird, aren't they? But, you know, the city's got to protect itself from liabilities. What we'll do is we'll just drag this out like so. Let's just grab nodes. Segments. go. And I guess we should probably be fencing everything else in, but why don't we grab a different type of fence for the inside of the park? This nature reserve fence. And I guess what I just really want is a fence from here to here. Everything else I'll leave a bit more open. And then we want another fence from here to here. And then we'll just kind of connect in. All right, very nice. We got tons of people parking over here. We have a bus stop over this way. And I think we have another bus stop over here pretty close by. I think maybe we'll look at revising that, but let's take a look. So we have enough entertainment for a little while for this park, and yeah, it's turned out pretty nicely. I gotta say, it's a pretty interesting little spot. I'm sure there's more that I could probably do to this area to fill it in, but you know, if you're coming into town for a little visit and you're like, oh, there's this, you know, local historical building, it might be cool to walk around, check out the area a little bit. I'm not good with this first person camera, I apologize. And whoa, holy cow. Holy cow. Okay, let's just get out of it. And yeah, there's you know, maybe each of these buildings has a story associated with the original building of the town, and you can kind of come enjoy an afternoon here. Yeah, all right, so we're at 40 minutes ish, so let's just look at zoning in a bit more. Let's get some commercial buildings through here. This is going to be organic and local produce. And then I guess we can look at also zoning through here too. We'll do the same thing that we just did for that side. And we'll get a building there. And I guess we might as well just zone in all of this as organic and local produce. And then maybe right here what we do is we go to the zoning and we just take zoning off of this road. I'll put it back on this one. It's not really necessary. Let's prioritize newer roads. Okay, how about older roads? Ah. It's okay. What I really wanted is just better zoning on this side. And then what I'm thinking here, so this street, is this the one that goes right through? Yeah, it is. So this street goes all the way through into campus. So I'm thinking this one, we get maybe, ooh, is this Bathurst Lake or the other district? So for Bathurst Lake, what I'm looking for is I'm gonna make it that high-tech housing from the Green Cities DLC. So what I think I'll do is I'll take it in right through here. It'll kind of take this block away from this other district. And what I want is I want like a cool condo right there. So that's why I was looking for the zoning to be a bit better. So I'll take a big condo right here and here. We'll let that come in. And then how about we take this road right here. Let's get some guidelines back on. Nice. Okay, we'll lower that into the ground a little bit better. Let's just make sure that the zoning's on. Perfect. Okay, so we can get another condo right here. And then I'll go back to our commercial. Although I don't think this will be organic local produce. Oh yeah, well, okay. Ah, so I think I've messed myself up a little bit, and that's fine. I don't mind this being leisure at all. But this will be organic and local produce. So that is fine. And then I think what we'll do is we'll get this back to being commercial. All right, so let's grab a couple trees through here. So it's kind of like a tree-lined road, but it's like a self-tree-lined road. And let's take a quick peek at the zoning again. Yeah, okay, so we can go back to getting some more trees through here. Nice, we're just getting some high density out here because I think this would be really desirable land. And there would definitely be condos along here, wouldn't there? Oh, look at this like stately home. Wow, both of them. All right, so that is looking fine and dandy. Right here is a bit of a space that we can get some more trees in. All right, and now let's look at getting in just a short bus line into the university. It'll kind of connect up with this tram too. So what I'm thinking is we get this bus to come through here, right down into here, and we'll get it to go down to the train station maybe? Or is that overkill? Perhaps we'll swing it back, we'll swing it up over here one day. But, or we could just get this bus to come out this way and down. Either way, it's not going to be a very important bus. This is just going to be one of those buses to improve the districts a bit more, right? So we'll get a stop right here. It'll like loop around. We'll get a stop right here. Come right down Main Street, and then right before it gets to the water, let's actually get more stops than needed because I'm trying to direct the bus route. We'll get it to stop right there. It'll loop around. We'll merge it right here, and then we'll come back up this bus route right here. Darn. Okay, I'm gonna place an unfortunate stop right here because if I put it here, it goes down a road that I don't want it to go down. All right, so we'll get a stop right there. That's fine. Complete the line. Okay, so this new bus route, which should probably be bus route 15, is going to be the Bathurst, the Lake University line. And we don't need many buses. This is just to shuttle students to and from school. So we'll put 4 buses on there. And let's change the color as well. The Lake Uni line will be a yellowy orange, a gold. That's great. Okay. So we're filling in the space. I'm kind of saving a couple of things. Let's take a quick peek at some schooling. So for some reason, they can't get to the university. It's right there. Go. Please. We have space. There's tons of walking paths too. Look at them all. All right. Anyways, before I get more distracted, elementary schools. So we only have 2 elementary schools in this area, and they're both full. So, well, they're not actually full. And there's an education boost. I think maybe that might be affecting it. But I think we should look at getting in a couple, one of these, the community school. So what I'm thinking is we get this community school right here. It'll help boost it a little bit more than necessarily is absolutely needed. And then just to finish off the episode, because I know it's a bit long, but I didn't really get... it's fine. Well, we're going to be doing a bunch of zoning in the future, so that is fine. Area's looking really nice. I think I'll just grab the tree brush tool here, and I'll turn up the strength. And this will just pretty much fill in blank spaces in this little area here. with some bushes and stuff. All right. There's some blank spaces over there. So, yeah, this was a bit unfortunate. There will be people complaining about the noise level, because I thought that this whole block was this is all clubs too, isn't it? Okay, I was hoping just for this area. Okay, you know what we'll do is we'll take these ones, and this will be the lake. But this will have to remain. So that's gonna be clubs. Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll just have to make these people live with it. Not the most desirable, but you know, it's student living, and I think it's pretty cool. It'd be cool to live there if you're a student, right? All right, so we've done pretty much everything we're looking to do today. One more thing, before I forget, because I probably will forget because I'm recording the next one right after this. We just wanted to get the self-sufficient buildings in this area. Okay. Fantastic. All right, so hope you enjoyed today's video, everyone, and I'll catch you in tomorrow's episode. Let's get a cool maybe view of this pioneer village we got going on, backdropped onto the city. Have a wonderful day. Yeah, there we go. Peace out.